Caitlin Clark has the opportunity to take her game to the next level by working with Chelsea Gray. Whether that happens during training camp, the qualifier games, practices, or actually during the Olympics in 2028. Those two being together would be phenomenal for Caitlin Clark. Now, there's an elephant in the room. I know Caitlin Clark's fans have this like one-sided beef with Chelsea Gray because of her nickname being the point guard and because they felt like Caitlin Clark was left off the Olympics last year because of Chelsea Gray. So I know that's there. Chelsea Gray got this nickname while Caitlin Clark was still taking English classes in college. So let's kill all that. Like her nickname's not a knock at Caitlin Clark. So the reason I say this is if you really watch games and you know ball, you know everybody has room for growth. Let's say it that way. Caitlin Clark's only a second-year player, and she barely played in her second year. There's tons of growth for all young players and even older players. You see Michael Jordan develop his mid-range game. He perfected it during the later years of his career. Everybody has room to grow, right? So the things that Caitlin Clark, I think, can grow on the court, Chelsea Gray does phenomenally. So in my eyes, Caitlin Clark's assists come really, really easy. And it's kind of like a Westbrook thing. Like they get a lot of assists based on their giftedness and them being such an offensive threat. Caitlin Clark likes a running gun. So a lot of times she'll get the ball off a rebound, off the big that get the rebound, and somebody will be running up the court, and there's an easy assist for a layup right there. Or it'll be in the pick and roll, a quick, easy assist because you have to pay so much attention to Caitlin Clark being the threat. What is it, going left for three? Or is it going right? Going left. So there's an easy assist to the big there. Or Caitlin could do a hesitation, like she's going to pull for three, and the whole defense heads turns, and now you got somebody going backdoor for an easy dime. Those are kind of the ways I see Caitlin Clark get a lot of her assists. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's just another level. The way Chelsea, I've seen people say Chelsea Gray isn't a point guard. I'm just like, bro, Chelsea Gray is literally the coach on the court. And this is something I think Caitlin will be great in because the half court set doesn't allow those outlet assists, or what happens when the switch from the pick and roll is quick enough that there's no advantage or things of that nature. What happens in that half court setting? That's where Chelsea Gray is masterful at. She can do the outlet passes, all that stuff. But if you watch her in the half court setting, she is quarterbacking that thing. Let's use an example. The defending team is in a zone, right? And you notice that the weak defender is on the left, the weak side block. Well, Chelsea Gray is that person that's calculating all this and then calling a certain set or a certain play that may be a cross screen for the bigs to get A'ja Wilson matched up on that weak, the worst defender, and puts a shooter in that same corner. You see her do those little things, which is maybe she doesn't get an assist. Maybe she's not even the one giving the ball to the person that's going to score, but you see her playing the chess game. And I think that's the kind of stuff that Caitlin Clark, if she can grab that, man, she's going to be a problem. If she can win those chess games and those, hey, you don't have to strictly rely on the coach to call this out. Sometimes the coach doesn't see, or it's not even the coach isn't in the game and they're not feeling what you're feeling in the game. I play point guard, so that's kind of my thing. I know a little bit about playing point guard, and I think being in those situations by playing with Chelsea Gray or in practice and situational practices, you'll learn those things. And I think that's going to be a really, really big factor for Caitlin. And I think she probably would agree too. So Chelsea Gray's resume is amazing. She's the type of point guard that can play with a star, but has that oomph and has the mindset to take over games, whether it's by skill or by mindset. And that's why Candace Parker swear by her. The A'ja Wilson swear by her. Anybody that's played with this woman just sings her praises, and that she is a winner because she understands the game. We see LeBron do these same things. You see LeBron will beat I've heard DeRozan say LeBron knew every one of our plays and he knew how to beat every one of our plays. That's LeBron. You go watch LeBron and he is the coach on the court. And that's another leap I think CC can take by playing with Chelsea Gray, because she's that type of player, right? So let's look at her. So here's some of the accolades. If you're not a fan of her, fine, but let's put a lot of respect on her name. She is a finals MVP, 4-time NBA champion, 6-time WNBA All-Star. Yes. All WNBA first team, all WNBA second team, Commissioner's Cup champ. Okay. Commissioner's Cup MVP, Skills Challenge champ, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 1-time FIBA. Okay, AJ. one-time FIBA gold medalist, Turkish women champ. So, like I said, the lady's a winner. She's a winner, and it's not by accident. Literally every team, I think, except for she was on the Sun for 1 year and they didn't win, but any other team that she's been a part of wins a championship, and she's a leader on that team. She was in the finals with LA 1 year and didn't win, but played phenomenal. Like she's just that type of player. Even Unrivaled, you might discredit Unrivaled, but she's a champion of that league. And don't get me wrong, Unrivaled is great proof of what I'm saying. If you watched Unrivaled, her team was struggling. And then you start seeing everybody take on her playing style. You watch Angel Reese look like baby Chelsea Gray, like just with her decision making and her passing and things of that nature. You start seeing Lexi Hole throw dimes and things like that. And that's from playing. A lot of them come out and said playing with Chelsea Gray changes you. You start seeing things differently. Look at Angel's stats this year. She led her team in assists. And a lot of that she said on, I think it was on her podcast, that she learned a lot from playing with Chelsea. So like there's proof there that you watch plenty of players that's played with her. You see the team take on her identity. And so that's kind of what I'm saying. And again, none of this is a knock at Clark. I'm just saying this could really accelerate her into being that true floor general and not just an assist getter, because there is a difference. And it's not a knock. You can be one or the other. It's not a knock. But to completely round out yourself as a point guard, I think this is an opportunity for CeCe to go to that next level, and now she gets to dominate the mind game of basketball. Make the other coach call a timeout. If you're on the court and if you're on the court and the opposing team does a backdoor cut, yeah, the coach is going to yell at the players, but there's no schematic thing that needs to happen. No, pay attention. Your player just went backdoor. Pay attention. But if you're a coach and now they keep running this set that's getting them a wide open corner three because we're in this defense, now I got to call a timeout and change up my whole scheme. And you want to be that type of point guard that will make the other team change up their whole scheme. I'm AJ. This is my mic. Peace. Because there is a difference, and it's not a knock. You can be one or the other. It's not a knock. But to completely round out yourself as a point guard, I think this is an opportunity for CeCe to go to that next level, and now she gets to dominate the mind game of basketball. Make the other coach call a timeout. If you're on the court and if you're on the court and the opposing team does a backdoor cut, yeah, the coach is going to yell at the players, but there's no schematic thing that needs to happen. No, pay attention. Your player just went backdoor. Pay attention. But if you're a coach and now they keep running this set that's getting them a wide open corner three because we're in this defense, now I got to call a timeout and change up my whole scheme. And you want to be that type of point guard that will make the other team change up their whole scheme.